For the effect that we have submitted a memorandum stating that we are poor, we don't have money to go to school, we don't have money to pay fees. They must take it into consideration that they must do the speedy recovery so that a poor black child attend a class and to ensure that they benefit the society at large. Yes. We find a situation where the bursary money is issued late, and believing in them that they want to do the process, delay the process, because they know that some of you comrades who have submitted the affidavit will fail come at the end of the year, and come next year you'll be owing the institution. You won't be able to. Shortage of lectures. Shortage of lectures. EWC is an institution that prides itself as a center of knowledge and whose sole purpose is to equip the people of Ekurhuleni with knowledge and development and develop their skills through the curriculum that is provided by the institution. However, the above mention is being prevented from happening to its full potential due to the shortage of sometimes unavailability of lectures in our campuses. This is not something that has presented itself last month or this year only. However, it is something that has been transpiring since last year and seems like there will be no end to it. The shortage of absence of lectures give us a number of headaches, namely the core function of the institution, teaching and learning, is no longer being executed to its fullest. Scarce monies are being wasted on transport, not forgetting that we are suffering from late allocation syndrome. As students, we become demoralized and no longer take a keen interest in the subject affected. When the lecture does becoming available, things are being done in a rush manner. Yes. The solution, we suggest that the academic head, together with the team, work on a speedy response to the current predicament. The prolonged existence of this shortage of lectures seeks to undermine the core function of our beloved institution, and that unfortunately we cannot allow to prevail. Furthermore, we ask that the institution desist from hiring lecturers on a part-time basis, for this result in us having to put up with people that are demotivated, for they are preoccupied with insecurities posed by the question of job security. Student Support Service, the SSS. Student Support Service, we feel is being overwhelmed, whereas at the same time being understaffed, and in some instances underqualified to execute some of the mandate conferred to this office. Furthermore, we feel that the scope of this directorate is vague and needs to be properly defined. The solution, we demand that this directorate be restructured so as to optimize its efficiency. Cafeterias. The state of cafeteria is across the board is an off-worrying concern to us. As the age-old saying goes, a healthy mind needs a healthy body. A healthy body is largely dependent on what one consumes. As such, the state of our cafeteria needs to be guarded with the utmost vigilance. As such, the following are but some of the issues we have noted. Quality of food is appealing and the menu never changes. Food is overpriced. Understaffed equals to long queues, then it leads to late for classes. In some campuses, the situation is so bad, we resort to outside spicers who are in most cases not regulated and don't comply with health regulation. In short, work to spicer, it's a distance, late for classes. Cleanliness is also a concern. Staff have attitude at times. Customers are always non-existing. The solution to the cafeteria. We demand that the management, together with the SRC executive, work on a program that seeks to put an end to the compromising of our health by these services providers. Find one reputable service provider that has the capacity to service all our campuses, which in turn will eliminate the issues of overpricing. Furthermore, we demand cafeteria to be fully refurbished. We go to use of facilities for recreational and vocational structures. The institution has expensive pieces of land, however, it is underutilized and at times neglected. We understand that the primary reason why are here is to be educated. However, considering that we spend a vast amount of time here, it will be justified that we are exposed to other avenues that will not only allow us to find ourselves as people and the role we are as to play in the society, but also to equip us with leadership skills. However, the manner in which things are currently fashioned. We come to school, learn, if the lectures are available, live, get home, eat, sleep, chat, jolt for smokers, smoke for smokers, drink for drinkers. This is the perfect recipe for creating single mothers, fathers, drug abusers, and criminals. We demand that the head of student affairs and the SRC work on a comprehensive program to be guided by clear policy on the introduction and recognizing of vocational structures. If the EWC can be able to recognize drama, choir, and so forth, they find it difficult to recognize political structures as part of the vocational structures. We see ourselves as useless people when we join the world of work. You went to EWC, but when you join the world of work, you become useless because you don't know what is mandated to you. The only thing that you know is to cram and pass, which then turn, as companies will take that into consideration to say that the student of EWC is not fully prepared to join the world of work. That leads a student of EWC to not get a job and go and loiter the streets of our rural areas. We're saying that as South African Student Congress, comrades, the struggle shall continue without any fear or favor of anyone. We have submitted the memorandum, we have given them the 7 days. We're here today to get the response. We got, unfortunately, that we never had any response. Reason being, the management, specifically the principal of EWC, has had hard-headed, in which as comrades, as the students also, we're not going to compromise on our studies. We're not going to compromise on our futures. We're saying that to the management. They must bear in mind that since they never responded on the memorandum, we're going to continue until our demands are met. Comrades, we must lead without any fear or favor of anyone. You must make it a point, as a child, as a black child of EWC, when you go outside EWC, you must be able to get employment. They opted to call the police when the poor black child wanted to see what is going to happen, actually to submit the tears, to say that as a black child, I don't have such. And I believe that as a management, we should have taken into consideration because I'm affected highly. We're saying to them, comrades, that let them call the police. The police are our own people. The police are our own parents. We're not vandalizing here. We're fighting what is right for us. Let's jointly contribute towards the impact of the black student child to ensure that the demands are being met. They must have a second plan for the academics because clearly they're arrogant towards responding to the memorandum. I'm saying to you, comrades, no class shall continue until our demands are met. Furthermore, we have deployed some of the SRC having faith on them, but they turned back on us. As a black child, as a student who represent the entire student population, failing to address the issues concerning us. They have a tendency of drinking teas and eat cookies in the meeting of the management. Now, comrades, we cannot only depend on these SRCs. We must also form part in the struggle of the students. For as long we are struggling, we need to ensure that the EWC, we make it a transformation. We bring, next year actually they must have a plan to have residencies. They must have a plan to ensure that we have bus shuttles. They must have a plan to ensure that the lectures come January. Actually, from today, we must have proper lecturers who are qualified, and we don't need any shortage of lecturers. What's saying that, comrades? What's saying that, comrades? Papa! What's saying that, comrades? Enough is enough. TVET colleges must be taken serious. Yes. As for as long we are considered as institutions of high learning, we demand whatever that has been received by other TVET, specifically EWC. Papa Mtindi Funda! Manda! Let the struggle continue. Let's continue, comrades. Let's join other comrades who are struggling outside.